Hey guys, Chris at Rockford Ordnance Channel. Today we have a Sig Sauer P365 XL. One of those little handguns that caught my eye. A lot of you probably know about the 365. This is the XL. It's about a little less than half an inch longer. Matter of fact, it's a little bit bigger in every respect. You got a beaver tail on it, grips a little longer. The great thing about it is it holds 12 rounds. It does it in an amazing fashion. I don't know how they engineered this to hold 12 rounds, but it does, and it's just a great package. It fits in your hand really magnificently. About the size of a Glock 26, but thinner, much thinner. So we're taking it out for a little spin here. You're going to see how it shoots and kind of get used to things. So come on along. You saw a little action of us shooting it there, and I'm not a huge pistol guy. Nothing against pistols. I like my rifles more. Pistols to me are just kind of a necessity, and you know, I don't buy pistols, have a ton of pistols, but when I find something that I like, that works well, that's they're more utilitarian to me, I put this thing in my hand and instantly fell in love. Now, the 365's been out for quite a while, right? Had some issues early on. Sig worked their way through them with a couple gens. I put one in my hand back then because everybody's talking about them. And what happened? Well, the pinky's hanging off the bottom. And to me, that's just a no-go. It's one thing if I have a pocket pistol like my Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. Great, I expect it. It's a small, just that, a pocket pistol. Backup maybe, something like that. I get it. Same thing with my Glock 26. Great gun and everything, but without extension, your pinky's hanging off. It's just not comfortable to me. I don't feel like I have a solid, good grip on the weapon. Just annoying. So I'm at the local gun shop, and I'm there for a totally different reason, and I'm a good customer, and I end up spending time just shooting the breeze with the guy. So when the customer walks in, I say, go take care of him, you know, I can wait, I'll sit back. And the guy comes in and he wants to look at a 365 XL. So he pulls this thing out of the case, and I'm watching him, and he's doing the presentation. And I hadn't paid much attention in recent times to pistols, so I really had no idea about the XL. And he's showing it to the guy, and I'm kind of listening, and I'm getting more and more interested. So the guy leaves, and I said, let me see that thing. So I put it in my hand, and I was like, oh my God, this thing is magnificent. It feels so good. I got small hands. It doesn't feel like a brick, like a Glock, and that's my opinion. Glocks feel like bricks to me, guys. The beaver tail, everything just fits so good. So let's get back to the gun, and I'll finish the story a little later. This thing, what's the differences between the XL and the 365? Well, first of all, you've got a little over a half an inch longer barrel. So the 365 ends about right here at the bottom of the frame. So you got about a half inch longer barrel and slide. You've got a pronounced beaver tail, which you don't have on the regular 365. It's kind of chopped straight off. Grip is a little longer. Every measurement on this gun, like I said before, is just a little bit bigger. With that beaver tail, the thin grip, your hand really comes up into it. You have a nice purchase with your pinky on it without a mag extension. And guess what, guys? 365's 10 rounds, right? Everybody's raving about it. Oh my God, look at how small a gun, they got 10 rounds. Well, guess what? 12 rounds, 12 plus 1 in this little sucker right here. Incredible. These mags, teeny tiny, 12 rounds. And let me tell you something, we shot this thing, it's flawless. It just functions. Just goes and goes and goes and goes. Well, what else? I mean, you've got a nice texture on the grip, super thin grip. The safety is ambidextrous. It comes on the left side for righties, of course, but you can flip it over. Now, one thing I don't like about it, it's just short enough here that when I hit the mag release, the mag is catching the palm of my hand here. So you almost either have to pull it out or really move your hand over so it doesn't catch on the palm. I don't know, maybe I got fat palms. I don't know, whatever. But just one thing that's kind of annoying, I almost thought I might switch it over to here. When I go and release it here, it might slide out a little easier. Another major difference between this and the 365 is the flat trigger. You got a flat 90-degree trigger. Trigger is nice, light, just super light, nice, fairly crisp for what it is for a striker fired gun. Out of the box, you know, nothing terrible, nothing great, but perfect for a carry gun. Sights, here's the kicker on this thing. You get $100 worth of sights. They're tritium night sights, if you can see here. The front ring too, there's a ring around it that glows pretty darn good. And in the dark, you pick them up great. Sight is a little longer than the 365. And the other nice thing is this top plate right here, if you can see, is cut out. You can put an RMR on there. Now, why you'd want an RMR, I don't know. On a concealed carry gun, to me, it's just adding something to get in the way. However, this gun being a little larger, yeah, maybe, you know, there's more use to this gun other than just concealed carry. It is pushing the limits of pocket carry. I probably could just put it in, you know, a little pocket holster and slide it in your pocket, maybe wearing cargo pants or something like that, because the weight's not too bad and you could darn near get away with it. I don't really care to pocket carry, but there's times when, you know, you're in a hurry or you're running out and you don't want a holster jabbing you or something, so you just throw it in the pocket and might not be bad. Now, this one does not have a safety, a manual safety on it, but they are available with it. I really wish I had gotten the manual safety. I like manual safeties. You guys know I'm a 1911 guy. I just like them. I feel more confident with them. I feel safer with them. I am so used to taking them off that it's never an issue for me personally. I wish I had gotten that. So that gets me back to the story. I told you I went in the gun shop to do something totally different. And he was showing this guy the pistol. So I'm looking at it, he leaves, and I'm messing with it. And I'm like, wow, this thing is just super nice. And I couldn't get over just how well it fit. And he told me that they're available with the manual safety and that he had one coming in. He said, other than that one, I don't know when I'm going to get my next one. They're kind of a hot product. You know, kind of like you better grab one or you might not have one for a little bit. So either way, I'm thinking I need another pistol, like I need a hole in my head, and I left the shop without purchasing it. Fast forward a few days, I'm thinking about it, thinking how nice it is and the size. I love the size. It's just a little bit bigger than a pocket pistol, but yet, here, put it into context. You put this next to a Glock 26. It is identical in length, height, everything, except when you go to width. It's so much thinner and it feels so much better. So Glock 26, and let me tell you, the Glock 26 with a mag extension with a Glock 17 mag in it and an what do you call, the little mag thing. I did a video on them that fills the gap. So it's almost identical in measurements except for the width. So to me, this thing is perfect. So I walk back in the shop and my buddy's not there. And the lady that's there, I said, I want to see the 365 XL. And I had looked in the case, it wasn't there. I'm like, damn, I missed it. In a way, I was kind of happy. I figured, screw it, I'm not going to grab one. My buddy walks in a few minutes later and he says, what are you doing? I said, well, I came to see that 365 again, but you sold it. He goes, what are you talking about? We didn't sell it. I said, well, I looked over in the case, the new gun's there, it's not there. He said, that's because it wasn't a new gun. I said, it wasn't a new gun? What are you talking about? And I thought Sig gave you a holster with one of these because this little holster was with it. Just a little cheapy inside the waistband holster. And he said, no, that was a used gun. I said, used gun? I said, it wasn't even fired. He goes, I know. He goes, we sold it. Guy didn't even get a chance to fire it, and his furnace or something broke down, and he had to sell the gun back to him so he could get a furnace. So I'm looking it over, and at that point didn't even dawn on me about the safety. Plus, these guns normally go $650, somewhere in there. He said, Chris, I'll give it to you for a nickel. And I said, sold. So I grabbed it, and then I got to after I bought it, I got to thinking about that manual safety. And to me, the extra $100 probably would have been worth it. Now I think the serial number on this thing is actually in the trigger pack or the upper portion of the gun. I don't think it's in the frame. So maybe if I found somebody that bought one and wanted one without a safety, but got one with the safety, I could trade them out the lower, which would be nice. Maybe I can do that because I really want it. Or maybe I'll just get rid of it and I'll get one with the safety. But that would, in my eyes, make a perfect concealed carry pistol. Love this gun. Front and rear serrations, if you do a press check or something, you can use them. I'm not much on press checks, but just a nice little gun. Comes with 2 mags. Comes with typical Sig case. They do have nicer latches on these cases. Not that I use them much, maybe going to the range or something, but nice little case. Typical lock and all that jazz. This holster does not come with it. It was a cheapie. I actually kind of like it for quick, light, easy, except sticks up a little high here in the back on the sweat guard and kind of jabs me a little bit. Maybe I can melt it, push it in a little bit. I don't know. Anyhow, that's about all it comes with. As far as takedown, real simple. Lock the slide back, flip down the takedown lever, and it comes apart just like a Glock. Has the dual captured spring. Barrel pops out, and this gun's dirty because I shot the crap out of it. Barrel pops out, everything else pretty standard. Goes back together real easy. Pop it back on, and we are good to go. That's about it, guys. If you are interested in a concealed carry subcompact pistol and you don't like having your pinky hang off, maybe you got smaller hands, God, take a look at one of these things. It's awesome. Now, I told you they didn't come with much in the box, the package. They didn't come with much. And I've been loading a lot of 9 lately with this CZ Scorpion project we've been doing. And my thumbs and fingers are a little sore. And I've got Nooplala like everybody else. I've got a couple buddies who have YouTube channels. And One of them is 2A EDU, formerly Glock shooter, I think 67. He's a good buddy. I listen to his live streams. If you ever get a chance, jump on there. There's a ton of good guys in there, and we have a good time talking about milsurps, pistols, just everything and anything. Politics, Second Amendment stuff, a lot of Second Amendment stuff. We have a great time. Jump on there. He's a really cool dude, and a lot of guys in there. One of the guys in there, I jumped in one day, and he goes by, and his company is Bloody Wheels. Well, they were talking about a Taurus pistol, and he made some mag extensions, or not extensions, fillers, I guess, for this specific Taurus pistol and a few others. And they were talking about how nice they are and how much cheaper. You know, you pay 26 bucks or something for one of those little things. And I think his were somewhere around $5. I don't know, don't quote me on that. He's got a website here. Let's see. Well, at Instagram, it's at Bloody Wheels. eBay is Bloody Wheels. YouTube, yeah, Bloody Wheels. So check him out. But he also made something that once I got this pistol, I thought, man, I could use that. And he makes these mag loaders. And they are 3D printed. And he was nice enough. I emailed him and said, hey, I want to buy one of these things from you. And he said, and I said I'd do a review on them, you know, after I tried them out. And he says, nah, you can't buy one. I'm going to send you one. Well, what's he do then? He sends me 3. I mean, you talk about a nice guy. Got one in black, got one in blue, got one in red. They've got some knurling back here, so you can grab them a little better. And on the side, they're marked 365. These things are really cool, guys. There's the knurling in back, if you can see it. Hope the lighting's good enough. And they're set up kind of like a Glock loader or whatever. But I figured I'd show you here. They slide, and it's nice. I got the colored so you can see it on a black mag. So you slide it over and it works just like any other mag loader. Grab a few 9s here and let's see what we can do. So just drop them in. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this without putting it, you know, normally you put it on your leg or top of a bench or something. And it'd be a bit easier to do, but trying to do it one-handed here or without leverage. Let me put it down here. There we go. So they work great. You just, you know, like any other loader, and work super good, and they're super cheap. They're like $5. Really sturdy. I've never handled anything that was 3D printed. I always looked at them, and because you see, you know, how it stacks, you think, well, that's not going to be strong or anything. Well, let me tell you something. I'm pushing as hard as I can on this thing. I ain't going nowhere. This is, whatever material he's using is really, really nice. So check him out, Bloody Wheels, and check out my buddy 2A EDU. Join in on the live stream. It's really a lot of fun. You feel like you're sitting around with a bunch of buddies, somebody's house having coffee or a couple drinks or whatever, and having a good time. We laugh. Yeah, if you go a couple weeks in a row, it's on Thursday nights. If you go a couple weeks in a row, you'll know all the inside stuff and you'll have a good time with all of us. But thought I'd bring you this pistol real quick. It's accurate as heck too. I mean, the shooting you see, I pulled this thing out of the box, loaded it up, and boom, 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 boom. I mean, right on. Thing is just a magnificent little pistol. As far as recoil goes on it, minimal. You regain your sight picture real quick, no problem. The sights are super visible. The shooting you see was at dusk. I mean, it was dark. Right after that, it was pitch black. I had to turn my headlights on to do a little other testing we were doing. I wanted to get another video done and I couldn't. It was just too dark. But yeah, if you get a chance, run down to a local shop or something. All I'm going to tell you is put one in your hand. Put one in your hand. You're going to love it. This is the perfect package in my opinion. This is a keeper. This is going to be my EDC and then some. Kind of a drawback, it's their proprietary rail. It's set up for Sig's lights and their Romeo lights and whatever other accessories that they have. So that's a little drawback. You can't, you know, use a different brand. But oh well, I'm not going to put a light or anything on it anyways. The whole point of the package is to keep it small. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope maybe I showed you something that you'll get out there and check out, and maybe it'll become a favorite of yours like it is mine. Check out my buddy EDU, and certainly check out Bloody Wheels, not only for the mag loaders, but for the mag filler pieces. Awesome guys. So check them out. I've been wanting to give him a shout out for a long time, both of them, and just hadn't gotten around to it. So this was perfect. So guys, thanks again. We hope you enjoyed the video. We hope we found something that you'll like as much as we do. Please like and subscribe. And a couple guys have mentioned that, hey, Chris, when are you going to get back to what we love, the 8K videos? I promise you, the next video is going to be an 8K video. We're going to revisit one of our old friends, one of our old favorites. You're going to enjoy it. So stay tuned. Click that bell so you get notified about it. It'll be coming out real soon. Thanks for everything you guys do. Rockford Ordnance out.